watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Topping our news today, this Friday, the warden of the maximum security prison in Portage, along with 2 of her aides, are being placed on paid leave after 2 inmates escaped last month.
How Wisconsin fishermen and the DNR are tackling the fishing season during the coronavirus pandemic.
And President Trump is blaming China for the coronavirus outbreak. We'll share the administration's position on the fallout. And we start with this. The warden of the Columbia County Correctional Institution and 2 of her top aides are on leave this afternoon.
This is after 2 inmates escaped from the maximum security prison earlier this month. Our Amy Reed joins us now with what the Department of Corrections is doing in the meantime. Amy?
The warden, deputy warden, and security director were all placed on leave on Wednesday after the inmates escaped on the 16th, and they opened an investigation into that. Now, you'll remember Thomas Deering and James Newman escaped the Portage prison, police say, with the help of a woman who worked in the cafeteria there. The 2 men were captured in Rockford a day later, but now this entire situation is under investigation. A spokesperson for the Department of Corrections said putting people on leave during investigations is standard practice, and in the meantime, DOC is putting the security chief for the Division of Adult Institutions and the security director of Jackson Correctional in charge at CCI. Additionally, in a statement to News 3 Now, the DOC spokesperson said, while no one has been terminated at this time, there are a number of individuals in food service and from other positions at CCI currently on administrative leave as a result of the current and ongoing investigation. There's no timeline yet for when this investigation will wrap up. According to court records, the 2 men who escaped are now being held at different facilities in the state with additional charges.
All right, Amy, thank you so much. The other big story this Friday afternoon, the Wisconsin Department of Health says it has not yet seen a significant downward trend in the percentage of positive COVID-19 cases in the state. Officials reported 13% of tests came back positive yesterday. That is up from 11% the day before. As part of the Badger Bounce Back program, as you may recall, the state must see a 14-day downward trajectory in the percent of positive cases. The state today saw its biggest increase yet with at least 454 new cases. 11 more people have died across the state. Dane County reported 2 new cases this morning, bringing the Dane County total to 433. 274 people have recovered in Dane County.
Federal guidelines to slow the spread of the coronavirus expired at midnight. At least 33 states have now eased their own rules, while some other states have extended orders to stay home. Both decisions have sparked protests. Dozens of drivers honked as they drove by the governor's mansion in St. Paul, Minnesota this afternoon. The May Day caravan is calling on lawmakers to cancel April and May rent and mortgage payments because of the economic strain of the virus lockdowns. In Michigan, which has the 3rd most coronavirus deaths in the country, demonstrators protested the governor's decision to extend the stay-at-home restrictions.
I don't agree with it. We just flat out, we need to get back to work.
But in Georgia, people against the decision to lift restrictions protested by driving hearses around the state capitol. More than 30 states have now eased some restrictions, even as the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the U.S. climbed to more than 1 million.
For the first time in more than a year, a White House press secretary held an official press briefing, and she says more are on the way. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
I will never lie to you. You have my word on that.
The president's 4th press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, held her first press briefing, defending the administration's response to the coronavirus pandemic.
This president has one priority, and that is the safety and the well-being of American lives.
President Trump toughened his rhetoric against China this week, shifting blame and suggesting the outbreak may have started in a Chinese lab.
Have you seen anything at this point that gives you a high degree of confidence that the Wuhan Institute of Virology was the origin of this virus?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. The president is considering retaliatory measures against China pending an investigation, though his own U.S. intelligence community has concluded the virus was not man-made or genetically modified.
Intelligence is just an estimate, essentially, and it's up to policymakers to decide what to do with that intelligence. In this case, the policymaker is the President of the United States, and he'll make that decision at the right time.
Over on Capitol Hill, the Senate is gearing up to return next week. Despite warnings from the Capitol physician, there are not enough COVID-19 tests for all members. House committees will return to Washington to conduct in-person business and work on legislation. But the full House will not be in session. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And President Trump will head to Camp David later today, where aides say he will continue working this weekend.
Governor Tony Evers is announcing that state leaders are working together to create community testing events. The state's Emergency Operations Center, Department of Health Services, Emergency Management, and National Guard are all working together. According to a release, the events will be in places with a known lack of access to testing or where additional testing is needed because of high rates of COVID-19.
With the global need for a coronavirus vaccine, medical experts are looking to Oxford University for a solution. British researchers say they're one step closer to getting their product on the market, with their human trial now underway. Oxford University is working with a pharmaceutical giant, AstraZeneca, to get it to the masses. The company says it is primed to produce the vaccine.
By June, July, we will have a first idea already of the efficacy and safety of this vaccine.
Trials began last week with nearly 800 volunteers. The process has been fast-tracked due to the urgency of finding a vaccine. If successful, they hope to produce 30 million doses by September.
Wisconsin's fishing season begins this weekend, and because of the virus, things will be different out on the landings and boat launches.
Our Eric Franke is here now to explain what fishermen can expect tomorrow. Eric?
Susan and Mark, just as with anywhere you might go right now, fishermen will be expected to social distance. Most importantly, wardens will be asking people to plan ahead and be patient. Wardens say people should prepare to go to lakes that aren't as busy. Fishermen should have all of their equipment ready to go for a quick launch. Wardens say boat launches might move slower so people aren't so packed together. Rather than traveling to lakes and rivers across the state, DNR Secretary Preston Cole asking fishermen to stay close to home.
Stay close to home and get out on the water in your own community. And your own community is where you shop, where you go to church, where your kids go to school. That's your community. You can stay closer there. Everybody is going to be better off.
Enforcement will try to educate people where they see issues and ask for voluntary compliance before taking it to the next step. All normal regulations will still apply. Fishing licenses can be bought online. The DNR says enforcement has the capability to do compliance checks from a safe distance. Mark, Susan.
All right, Eric, thank you. Let's take a look outside. The sunny start to the day. People out biking, enjoying the weather. Clouds moving in, though. The weather words. Oh, we forgot the weather words today. Anyway, let's go to the backyard. Chris Reese has a look at your weekend forecast.
Hey guys, you know, the sun's actually coming right back out. We had those clouds move in for a time. Some of those clouds actually did their best to pop up some showers around here, but the air being dry really did work in favor. Here's Doppler track showing you where those showers came in from the west, how they really began to fall apart as they work their way over towards the east. So with that, we are seeing more and more of that sunshine moving back in. Here's visible cloud track. You see how that cloud cover moved into the area. Now that's pushing on eastward. So with our station camera pointed back towards the west, you see those blue skies starting to take back over here in south central Wisconsin. That continues to be the case, folks. As we go through the rest of this evening, we're at 65 degrees right now. We'll be at 63 by 6 o'clock. Still plenty of sunshine, a couple of clearing skies, or a couple of clouds rather, with mainly clear skies overnight as temperatures fall down into the mid-50s. Folks, that full weekend forecast looks fantastic. I cannot wait to share it with you guys, but we'll also discuss when we could see more rain chances here across the upper Midwest.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris. There's been a lot of attention placed on the lack of toilet paper in stores during this pandemic, but there is another essential item that's been hard to gain access to as well: pads and tampons.
A Reuters health study estimates that 1 in 5 women can't afford these products even when we aren't in a pandemic, and now it's much harder to find them. Our Jamie Perez shows us how one local group is helping to solve this issue. Jamie?
So So several local women started the tampon task force to make it easier for women so that they don't have to choose between buying food or buying period products. Now, last month, they launched a GoFundMe account, and since then, they've raised about $4,000, and they're using all of that money to buy period products and distributing them to local shelters and community members throughout Dane County. Now, a lot of women can't afford these products or don't have access to them, especially if they're struggling financially right now or can't find them in stores because of the shortages. That is exactly why they're providing kits for free throughout the community.
Period products are some of the least donated products to shelters, even though they're some of the most demanded items.
Now, so far, they've donated about 1,100 period kits to 9 different locations throughout Dane County. They said that they will continue to provide these kits throughout the pandemic. If you want to donate to their cause, I have a link to their GoFundMe on our website at channel3000.com.
Jamie, thank you. The Experimental Aircraft Association has canceled its annual fly-in convention because of the coronavirus. The Air Venture event draws hundreds of thousands of people from all around the globe to Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh. It was planned for July 20th through the 26th. EAA CEO Jack Pelton says due to Wisconsin's stay-at-home order, organizers can't go to the grounds to start preparations, which was supposed to begin today. Menards will now require customers to wear masks while shopping. If they don't have one, the store is offering them up for $1. With no way of knowing who has the virus, Menards calls the move a simple, common-sense solution. Democratic presidential candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden is denying allegations of sexual assault. The allegation was made by a former Senate aide, Tara Reid, who in 1993 was working in then Senator Joe Biden's office as a staff assistant. She says a supervisor asked her to deliver Biden his gym bag, and he assaulted her in a Capitol Hill hallway. During an interview this morning, Biden claimed he never remembered any complaints made against him at the time.
I'm saying unequivocally, it never happened.
This is the former vice president's first direct response to Reid. She claims at the time of the alleged assault, she did speak with her supervisors and then faced retaliation. She told reporters about the allegation for the first time this March. Biden says if there are records, they would be in the National Archives. Well, still to come at 4, millions of people are stuck at home and are alone.
When we come back, we'll find out why and how it is so important to take care of yourself mentally and emotionally. That's when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto. Novartis thanks the heroic healthcare workers fighting COVID-19.
Power Centers of Madison. Our highly trained service department has the power to keep your equipment running like new. We service all makes and models, from minor tune-ups and maintenance to major overhauls. Our certified mechanics can get your equipment up and running quickly. If you like to fix it yourself, between the 2 stores, we have the parts you need. At the Power Centers of Madison.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now. Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
News 3 Now.
Protesters ignore state orders to stay at home.
Disappointed and frightened by what the protests would pose in our state.
Providing you with the facts.
We need a decrease in the amount of positive tests as a percent of the total tests for 14 days.
About how the coronavirus outbreak is impacting our community.
A drive-by salute to the workers in Madison.
For the latest information, safety advice, and breaking news, watch News 3 Now, your coronavirus headquarters.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're quarantining at home and you're all by yourself, you're not alone.
Therapists say it's important to care for yourself when you're by yourself. Over 30 million Americans live alone, so many are following stay-at-home orders right now solo. Many have turned to video chat to stay connected for happy hours, holidays, and dates. But is that enough? Therapist Abby Crom says being physically alone for long periods can have a big impact on mental health.
Know that loneliness is a big factor in depression and anxiety, and especially I think for right now, because we don't have a real end date, that's what's causing people's anxiety.
Crom says self-care is essential at a time like this. She suggests joining virtual activities and classes and practicing meditation and yoga. Experts say sticking to a schedule can also have a big benefit during this time. Stocks were lower on Wall Street after the latest batch of corporate earnings results suggested a grim outlook for the current quarter. The Dow Industrials fell 622 points to end the week at 23,723. The Nasdaq dropped 284 points, or 3.2%. The S&P 500 lost 81. Well, back in June of 1979, a young man walked into the doors at WISC TV, all excited about his new job as a television engineer.
Well, in just about an hour, that young man, maybe not so young anymore, but he always will be to us, will walk out of the door at WISC TV for the last time. Oh, I hate goodbyes. This is our chief engineer, Kevin Rupert's last day with us after 41 years. It's time to enjoy retirement, and Kevin, you have earned it.
He's live from his office here at News 3 Now. Kevin, congratulations on the retirement. Things have changed in 4 decades in the land of television.
Yeah, just a little bit. When I started here, we had tape, and we had commercials on 2-inch cassettes. We had to load the cassettes into a big machine that ran all the commercials. Now in the back, we have about 6 or 8 hard drives that contain all the commercials and all the programming that we run on our TV stations.
And here's a young Kevin Rupert.
Oh boy, Kevin, we're going to take you down memory lane here a little bit.
You were part of the team that moved us up from the Bell Lamp up here on the hill on Raymond Road. That was quite a project.
Yeah, it was. We tried to do that overnight. It really didn't work. We had everything. We thought we had everything wired. We ran a bunch of the equipment and some of the cameras and equipment up here. We tried to make the sign on. At that time, we would sign off at about midnight and come back on at about 6 a.m. We kind of made it, but it didn't look too good. It didn't work too good. Took a few days to actually smooth it out and get to the point where we could have real programming. But we had the film camera working. We had what we call a film chain, which is a way to show film on TV, if you can believe that. We actually played film on TV. We had that working so we could run some films and stuff. It was an interesting move, an interesting night.
Yeah. Engineers are unsung heroes in TV, boy. You don't realize everything that you do. And why are you deciding now to retire? Why is it time to call it a career?
Oh, here we go.
There we go. We got some treats. Thank you. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, we got some cupcakes and balloons.
Kevin, what are you going to do in retirement?
Well, I'm hoping to take it easy. I'd like to, as soon as the parks are open, I'd like to go out and do some camping and some kayaking and that kind of thing. I just would like to be outdoors and not worry about staying on the air and that sort of thing. But we're really glad we got that tower project done. That was just this week. We finally got the top mount antenna done after struggling with that since October.
So it's time to retire. Got that done.
Yep.
I'm out of here.
Kevin, we're going to miss you so much, and I just wish we could have you out on the couch. I hope we can get together soon, and really wish you well.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Still to come at 4 between grocery shopping and curbside pickups, getting food can be a chore.
Now, some restaurant owners are getting creative when it comes to the business of food. We'll have that story coming up after Chris's forecast.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection. Are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
The legendary DR Trimmer Mower does it all. These machines are built to take a beating. DR gets the job done right.
For your free buyer's guide, call 1-800-418-8915. Free shipping is now in effect. Online at drtrimmer.com.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Take a look at this. You have entered the silly zone. Marine Salmon of San Luis Obispo, California is having some fun with passersby. Her family posted a sign out front designating a stretch of sidewalk as a silly walking zone. Salmon's sign is successfully soliciting silly saunters and struts from sidewalking San Luis Obispians.
Well done, Mark.
A security camera captures the silliness and the video is shared on social media. Salmon says she got the idea from a classic Monty Python skit, from which, of course, all good ideas are spawned. It's a welcome distraction at a time when, frankly, any distraction will do.
She has one of those Ring doorbells,
right,
and so she's recording it and then posting it on social media. That is a great idea.
Walk this way.
Yeah, that's fun.
It is a silly zone. Nothing silly about the weather. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, the weather is certainly looking absolutely fantastic as we go through the weekend. Plenty of outdoor time will be spent here in South Central Wisconsin. That full weekend forecast is coming up.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
We all want to make smart decisions. We all want to get back to normal as quickly as possible. And we all want to stay safe and healthy. These are shared concerns, and we acknowledge it's a tough balance. We're looking for guidance. We're looking for information we can trust. Thursday, the governor's office released the names of dozens of organizations on record supporting the extension of the Safer at Home order being challenged in the Wisconsin Supreme Court. And we're struck by the breadth of this nonpartisan coalition. These are healthcare providers and professionals, nonpartisan community groups, advocates for low-income and elderly citizens, and the Wisconsin Council of Churches, among others, representing tens of thousands of Wisconsinites who want to reopen, but only when it's safe to do so. These are voices we can trust. They care about all of us, and they believe we remain safer at home.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the Healthy Place Apple Wellness, and boy, has this been a rough season. We are here for you. We're open. Our wellness consultants are trained in the top immune, lung, and inflammation supplements that are important right now. We have live chat on our website and same-day delivery for our Dane County residents, so you do not need to leave the house. We support you. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We've been talking about it for a while, so we're going to start with it. This is the weekend forecast as we move into your Saturday. We're talking a mix of sun and clouds pretty much all day long. Starting out Saturday morning with temperatures already right around 60 degrees, 70 by lunch, and we'll actually top out into the low, maybe even some mid-70s as we move into your Saturday. If you're curious about Sunday, I'll go ahead and tell you, wash your hands, rinse, and repeat, because it likely looks the exact same way as what we have out there for tomorrow. Now, here's the setup right now. High pressure is just over towards the south and east. That's sending those winds out of the south. That helped us warm up today. We also have this weak area of low pressure just back towards the west. That's moving north and eastward. This is actually what's responsible for the little line of clouds and showers that moved on through, although a lot of that did not reach the ground because the air was simply so dry. But there was a time where it grayed up outside just a little bit. A couple of you may have noticed a little shower, but that's moving on away from us. In fact, here's visible cloud track. Notice how we're starting to clear out on the backside of that, folks. That is the trend that will continue as we go through the rest of your evening and even into tomorrow. So here's a live look towards the west right now. We still have a few high clouds out there, so we're not completely clear just yet, but the sun is shining through them, and it does feel good. We're at 65 right now. Winds are coming out of the south at 11 miles per hour. And as long as we see that southerly wind, it will continue to feel absolutely amazing. 64 in Janesville right now. Platteville at 70, Mineral Point at 70. You work your way over towards Boscobel. That temperature is at 72 right now. Let's go through the rest of this afternoon and evening. The clouds clear out. We'll see those overnight lows into the low and mid 50s. Tomorrow, more sunshine. So this is lunchtime. We're at 69 degrees. We go up into the low 70s. We push this forward into your Sunday, and by Sunday at 10 o'clock, we're seeing more sunshine. Temperatures are at 63. We warm up into the low 70s again as we head into your Sunday, and we stay dry as we go through the weekend. The next rain chances, they don't come our direction until we get you into Monday, and I'm talking late Monday night into early Tuesday morning. We'll have a chance of some showers that'll linger around throughout Tuesday and into Wednesday, but it's not going to be a washout. The chance is simply going to be there. You may notice more clouds than you do any type of rain activity. By Friday, I'm talking Thursday into Friday, we may see another little band of some showers coming on through here. But the reality is your forecast is one that really works in our favor as we go through time. Plenty of sunshine for the weekend. It's going to feel good next week as well. Yes, we'll have the days with the shower chances there. But like I said, most of those rain chances, they come in kind of overnight and early in the morning. The day itself is pretty good.
Perfect timing.
Looks great. Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Breaking news just into our newsroom. The Wisconsin State Supreme Court has decided to take up a lawsuit over the governor's extension of the Safer at Home order. Last week, the state legislature filed a lawsuit asking the court to block the extension of the order, suggesting it went beyond the executive branch's powers. In the last few minutes, we've learned the court will take that case and hear oral arguments from both sides next Tuesday. Those arguments will be over video conferencing. Both sides will get 45 minutes. We'll be covering those arguments and this breaking news on News 3 Now. Well, getting groceries has not been easy this last month for many shoppers, and staying open is tough for restaurants.
So many restaurant owners are getting very creative when it comes to the business of food. Here's Joy Benedict.
Baccarie near Los Angeles doesn't look much like a tapas wine bar these days. The restaurant tried to convert to a takeout business.
It just wasn't enough to sustain us.
So Robert Cronfoley and his partners shut down and reopened as a local grocery store.
We have the eggs by the 15, milk, bacon.
Using the food they already had.
Flour will open up a 50-pound bag and repack it into 5-pound bags. I just think it's what the neighborhood needs more than our regular menu.
It's a trend cooking all over the country.
This place wasn't supposed to be a grocery store.
At Chef Jeff's in Washington, D.C., Jeff Tracy, the husband of CBS Evening News anchor Nora O'Donnell, turned his dining room into a market. But food isn't his #1 seller.
Gloves, toilet paper, and bleach are #1.
He's also offering takeout, but still had to let 200 employees go.
We had 9/11 hit right around here, the financial crisis, and in none of those situations did I ever have to lay off a single person.
He's using any money made through his market to give to his workers.
But it's not only locally owned restaurants that are turning into grocery stores. The national chain Panera is now selling fresh produce and dairy products for pickup or delivery at 1,800 locations.
When olive oil and Landry's owned restaurants across the country are doing the same, including at the Gandy Dancer in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
We're selling 6 lemons for $2. You know, so that those are better than grocery store prices.
The high-end seafood restaurant is also selling sea bass and lobster tails.
The elderly people are extremely appreciative. They don't have to go into stores, and they can come and have groceries put in their trunk.
The pop-up pantries have become popular, but these restaurants are hoping they can soon bring back the dine-in experience customers are craving. Joy Benedict, CBS News, Glendale, California.
Such a great idea.
Yeah, it really is. We'll be right back.
My mom is 81, and I worry about her. So I went online and found the new Lively Mobile Plus from Great Call. If she ever needs help, she can just press the button. And with the Great Call Link app, I'll get an alert right on my smartphone if she does contact 5-Star.
With the fastest call response time, they'll assess your situation, confirm your location, and send you the help you need.
Available at Walgreens or online at Best Buy or Amazon.com. AARP members get an exclusive discount on select plans.
Transform
Transform your home with new Champion siding. Enhance your curb appeal with new siding for a beautiful look that lasts a lifetime. We make the process easy. At Champion, we help you choose the best design options for your home. Our install team manages your project every step of the way, and it's all backed by our lifetime guarantee. Right now, get 25% off your entire siding project.
Oh, my experience with Champion has been fabulous. It was just amazing to see the difference in the house.
Call now for your free estimate or learn more at championsiding.com.
America is no stranger to difficult times. Each generation has faced challenges of their own, and each has risen to the occasion. Through it all, pharmacies nationwide have proudly been there, lights on, doors open, and committed to keeping us healthy. America's pharmacies were there then, and we're here now. We're all in this together, and like the generations before us, we'll rise to meet this challenge together, with America's pharmacies ready and open every step of the way.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
In these uncertain times, it has never been more important to maintain a clean home or business. We are prepared to get your space back to clean and healthy again. We've added a new EPA-registered cleaner that disinfects hard surfaces and deep cleans carpet, rugs, and upholstery. Remember, we disinfect our equipment after every job and disinfect our vehicles daily. We believe in doing things the right way. That's why we've been your trusted partner in clean for over 70 years.
Even now.
Especially now.
Especially now.
In times like this. At times like these.
During these difficult times.
In these troubled times.
Challenging times.
Trying times.
That's a clip from a compilation video from the YouTube channel Microsoft Sam that shows just how similar so many coronavirus-related commercials are right now.
During these challenging and trending times, we could use some help understanding the new normal of these ads. So during this uncertain time, we look to the unprecedented man, advertising expert Andy Wallman. Welcome back to the show, Andy.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. How are you two doing?
We are doing great. I'm glad you are doing well. What's the idea behind these ads? They're all so similar.
Yeah, we're seeing a trend settle in, almost a genre being created. A COVID-19 genre, it would seem, has emerged. And the first couple of weeks of this whole thing, starting the middle of March, a lot of marketers and communicators were just looking to react, tell their audiences what's going on with their business, what are they offering, what's changed, things of that nature. And many folks had to do that from a work from home environment very quickly and pivot. And the next phase entered, which we're still in. I call it a reset phase, where people are reacting to what their audiences need, what their wants are, what's changed in their lives. It's the biggest change in our lifetime, while marketers and communicators need to react to that. So predictably, I think, you saw a trend emerge where a lot of these production assets, things like a solo piano and a solo voiceover, and using existing stock photos and images, or images that brands already had in the can, were deployed. And sure enough, that YouTube video creator found that trend and put together a pretty compelling reason to differentiate. When you see things start to blend together and get real common, that's a call for creativity and ideas to differentiate, stand out from the crowd a little bit. But boy, it was pretty telling to see that.
As we take care of ourselves and the ones close.
From Detroit. Let's take a look.
Because although it's time for America's motor to stop, we're coming back with all 8 cylinders. Because here, we don't stop in the name of fear. Here, we stop in the name of love.
So what'd you think of that?
I love it. I lived there for a couple of years. I love the agency that did it, Donor. They're a terrific agency. And look what they did. They spent their own nickel to go out and just get footage of Detroit, a very low budget execution. but the copy is so good. They really made it a compelling reason to feel some hope in Detroit. And that's what marketers did in the reacting and the reset phase. They needed to tell people there's a ray of light out there. They needed to tell people that, we're going to get through this. And yeah, we're seeing some of those messages blur together, that we have to be strong and we'll get through this together. But I thought that was one of the best executions of kind of an uplifting message of hope for folks. Really well done.
And so reassuring. And I've actually even had friends who have said, I would buy that car because of that ad and how it made me feel.
Detroit is going to feel some kind of positive impact, I believe, from something like that, as will other brands and communicators.
Yeah, everybody's doing it, including Stella Beer. Let's take a look at that ad.
Places that are going through a difficult time today and need our help. So support your local restaurant today by purchasing a voucher in advance, and we'll double the value to fill with reunions.
It's a nice piece of communication. I thought what was really great, though, what they did was say, let's support restaurants. And they're putting their money where their mouth is, as many communicators and marketers are. They're donating time or services or money to be able to help some greater good things. You look at a town like Madison, it's a restaurant town, and we've got a lot of people in food service and restaurants who are really, really hurting. So I thought that was really nice for Corona to say, or for Stella rather, to say, support some restaurants. They really need us right now.
And you have some podcasts that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, I started a podcast several months ago called Creative Extra. I've spent my career in this intersection of where creativity and business meet, okay? And I always thought it was just a fascinating topic, and I wanted to share interviews with experts in the area around Madison who had unique insights and expertise regarding creativity and business in that intersection. Well, then COVID-19 rolled around, and I pivoted the podcast to be all about what business people and thought leaders are doing in this time right now. And
great idea.
And where do we find the podcast?
It's everywhere fine podcasts can be found. It's also at our website, kw2madison.com/creative extra. You can find it there. I've got some great interviews with folks coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'm real excited to have that. Check it out.
We'll check it out. We will. And glad to see all the advertisers are still advertising in these times.
Exactly.
Andy, thanks for being with us today.
Keep the lights on.
Stay well, Andy. Great to see you.
Likewise. Thanks.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
During these cautious COVID times, we are practicing our social distancing here on Buzzed into Madison. We have Courtney with AARP Wisconsin and Laura with Consumer Protection talking about scams that we all need to be aware of right now. And with the stimulus payments coming out, there's a lot on people's minds. So Laura, let's start with you. What are some scams, maybe the biggest scam that you're hearing about right now?
Scammers are out there trying to steal your personal identifying information. Most people have already received their stimulus money, either through direct deposit. What we're seeing is that scammers are trying to get you to pay a fee for your direct deposit and your stimulus check, or steal your personal identifying information through social media, text, or emails, or robocalls pretending to be the government.
Wow. So really the takeaways here are that there will be no fee that you have to pay in order to get this money.
That's right. There will be no fee, and most people have to do nothing. But if you are concerned about how you get your payment and you haven't gotten it yet, you should visit irs.gov/coronavirus, which the website is at the bottom of the screen here. And there you can find all your information about how to get your payment if you haven't gotten it already.
Wonderful, great tips. So Courtney, why are, of course, older Wisconsinites always the target for so many scammers?
Well, they're generally more trusting, and with scammers pretending to be the government, it's really easy for them to try to be someone that they trust and then will give their information to. So with this heightened emotional state that everyone is in, everyone just needs to be more careful about what information or money they're giving out.
And if they think they may have gotten scammed, real quickly, the website where people can go to and what you can do.
They can visit aarp.org/coronavirus or visit the DATCAP website.
Ladies, thank you so much. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're Buzzed into Madison.
There's just nothing better than a plate of Mama's famous pasta. Her recipe, top secret.
Michelina's. Let Mama feed you.
Even though our doors are closed, we're always open at AshleyHomestore.com. Shop online for up to 75% off, plus free shipping and no interest financing. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can save for an emergency from here. Or pay bills from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. Visit chase.com/mobile.
Well, the lockdown in Mumbai has a beautiful consequence. A lake was painted pink by thousands of flamingos. The clearer skies and cleaner air have attracted a greater number of the pink-plumed flamingos over the week. The migration of these birds is an annual phenomenon, but not on this scale.
Oh, is that beautiful? That's in Mumbai, India?
Yeah, and the air there is usually unbreathable.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. So what do you do when your spring high school performance of Singin' in the Rain gets canceled because of a pesky pandemic?
Well, you reimagine what you can still do to perform and learn while maintaining social distancing. This week, Michael Bruno goes back behind the screens with Middleton High School's Reimagine Theater.
Our theme for this year was Reimagine, and we have found we've had to reimagine pretty much everything this semester. And part of that was coming up with ways to inspire and have kids learn in this situation. And we came up with this idea of connecting students with common interests with professionals that are working and doing a podcast project where they interview and have some really, dig a little deeper into the people's process and get a little inspiration that way.
And so, Zane, how did you then implement this and get this whole project started?
Well, Katrina and I both reached out to friends and people we've known from the industry kind of via social media and just put the word out that we were looking for people who are interested in speaking with students, people that are either current theatrical professionals or who have studied theater and then are kind of using that in their maybe more traditional professional lives as well, and just how we can keep the arts kind of central to our focus and career path.
And then do they get to see each other's project then? Is it all posted someplace where they can all participate and then see?
We have a website and we also have a YouTube channel as of this few months that the students have an option to video or do an audio recording.
And now, Chase, can you tell me a little bit about who you talked to and what your experience was with the project?
Yeah, so I got to interview and get to talk to Mary Mastro, who works in hair and makeup in film and television. And some things she's worked on was for the reshoots of The Greatest Showman. She was the hair department head. So she had to take all of the designs and kind of replicate them for them to be able to reshoot some chunks of the film. She also worked with Michael Keaton for about 15 years on all of his films. She worked with Renee Zellweger for a few films. She's worked with Chris Pratt most recently on all of his Marvel films like Avengers Endgame and Infinity War and Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, it was a really great opportunity to get to, as a performer myself, I don't spend a lot of time in hair and makeup other than putting it on. So it was good to know how much work goes into it from their side of the story, and kind of understand how all of their work fits in with ours, and the cameraman and the grips and the electricians and how everyone kind of works together to make everything work.
Mm-hmm. We have had Zoom sessions twice a week just to connect and talk musical theater, technical theater, or whatever, read a play together. And I just, there's nothing like having them in the same space, though. It's really our first one. I was just, taken back by how much I just miss their energy.
And Michael's joining us now. It's just, you know, these kids work all year for this, and then they get rear-ended.
And the hard thing is, well, they had just put the set up and they had just started doing run-throughs, so they didn't even get a chance to run the whole show or even get a chance to have anybody get to see it. So it's such a shame that no one even got to see the performance of the show. So it's very, very sad that they went through all that work and all that trouble and never even got a chance to have a performance of the show. So,
it's amazing. It's amazing, though, what the teachers have done to sort of sustain that, even with, like, the Zoom, doing it through Zoom. You don't get the same energy, like she said, but at least you get to hear each other sing and dance and perform on some level.
And coming up with these really creative things for them to do to keep them occupied and get to talk to other people and actually, have some kind of interesting thing for them to do with their time by talking to other theater professionals and getting to chat with people that are still have something to do with continuing with their career once this is all over with.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
All right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, there's Jim.
Friday.
It's Friday.
It's May Day.
Happy May. Happy May.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Stay safe. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
More than 70 years ago, we at Festival Foods began serving this proud state, building strong relationships founded on trust, compassion, and our unwavering commitment to ensuring that you and your family feel at home every time you visit Festival Foods. It's times like these that remind us that family and home are what truly matter most. So we're using this moment just to let you know that Festival Foods is here for you, because family always looks after family. Be safe, Wisconsin.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
We'll see those showers coming to an end overnight tonight. Otherwise, look for skies turning partly cloudy. Overnight lows fall down towards 54. Tomorrow, it's more sunshine, though some cloud cover will be mixed in at times. Afternoon highs top into the low 70s. This is the theme as we go through the weekend. So things are going to be absolutely beautiful for us. Get outside and enjoy it. More rain chances return next week. We'll be back right after this.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Help is what we've always given.
So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer? What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. It's crazy.
You're going into signal shock. Just breathe with me. Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
And now when you switch, you can also get $700 off the latest phones with no trade-in required. Now that's fair. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Is your energy bill shaking you down? Then do like thousands of homeowners. Call us here at Mad City Windows and take advantage of our factory direct window blowout sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. A bonus, you buy 7 or more windows and you get a patio door installed absolutely free. Call now and get a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate, and be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
Before we head out for the weekend, it's time to check in with Lola and Louie.
They have the top animal stories of the week in the News Hounds.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Lola and Louie.
This week on the News Hounds, some puzzled penguins,
baby lemurs,
and a curious cub.
But first, the show must go on. A sea lion performed its usual routine in its pool at a zoo in France to empty crowds. The zoo is closed due to the pandemic, but keepers say it's important to keep the animals used to their daily schedule. The flamingos don't seem too interested in the show either. Meanwhile, the chimps wait for lunch, keeping a good social distance.
Newborn ringtail lemurs and meerkats at a Greek zoo will have to wait to meet an adoring public as the park remains closed due to the lockdown. The newborns came into the world after the park was closed to the public. The zoo, located in Sparta, that's east of Athens, welcomed 4 baby meerkats and 5 lemurs in April. The lockdown is scheduled to be lifted in Greece on May 4th, so these newborns will finally have some visitors.
The job of weighing a penguin just got a lot easier at London Zoo thanks to its staff's nifty do-it-yourself skills. Penguin weigh bridges made from recycled materials from around the zoo and built-in scales helped weigh in the 76-strong colony of Humboldt penguins. The bridges were placed at entrances to the birds' coastal-inspired home. They weren't too thrilled about it at first, but eventually, one by one, they crossed the bridge and weighed in.
You've heard of sheep, but get a load of this herd of sheep crossing a street in Idaho. It's the annual migration of the sheep to higher ground near Boise, where they'll graze in the foothills to help cut down on fire fuels. Lots of people showed up to count the sheep, and most fell asleep. Just kidding.
Finally, we leave you with a very curious 2-month-old male leopard cub named Sasha. He has no problem entertaining himself while visitors are shut out of the Brookfield Zoo near Chicago. The playful cub took great interest in a camera placed in an animal-proof box inside the enclosure that he shares with his mother, 9-year-old Lisa. The Amur leopard is critically endangered with less than 65 left in the wild. But don't tell